spring night and opening night. It is only game one. There's so much more season. We are starting at 10 out of 10. 0.7 to go. Gilgeous-Alexander for the lead. Blocked. Durant's tries to call a timeout, which they have none.
Kevin definitely called timeout about 3 times. The refs just missed it.
To the 6th period we go. 20 to go. Clock at 12. Şengün to the basket. Şengün scores! Gilgeous-Alexander. He pumps. Got fouled by Durant. And KD has fouled out. And the Thunder with an opening night victory.
Let's say hello to Houston's very own and my good sis, basketball analyst Chiney Ogwumike. Okay, Chiney, I know you're from Houston, as I just mentioned. Their first real run with KD, it didn't go obviously as they planned, but there's still plenty of season left. So what are your early returns on what you saw from the Rockets last night?
Just for a moment, let's forget about the fact that they actually lost the game in double overtime, all right? I've been waiting a long time to say this, Christine. Houston, we officially have liftoff. They took the defending champs to double OT. They showed a lot of fight. 3 things stand out to me. Alperen Şengün, he is that dude. He is that guy. I know last year he was an all-star, but it dropped 39, 11, and 7 assists. It was a clinic on game 1. Alperen Şengün is going to be a core piece for them in the future, especially trying to maintain their standing in the West. Also, KD, man, I was so happy. I was cheesing big. Seeing Kevin Durant in a Houston Rockets jersey, that move right there is his signature. I know Jay Crossover called it his layup. Love to see him out there. He cannot have just 3 shots in the final 4th and overtime position, periods. And then last but not least, they need a point guard. As amazing it was for Amen Thompson and KD and Alperen Şengün to bring the ball up, they will need to find someone that can fill in that role to make sure that they have offensive continuity. But overall, your girl is happy with Houston, okay? And congrats to the Thunder for winning and defending them, getting their rings and all those things. But yeah, Houston looks all right.
If you don't follow Chiney on Instagram, she was talking about this game last night, so you need to go watch. All right, 24 more teams will start their NBA seasons tonight. The top 2 favorites in the East will meet at MSG as the Cavs visit the Knicks. Last season, Cleveland won all 4 meetings. Karl Anthony Towns was just downgraded to doubtful with a quad strain in that one, so keep your eye on that. Joel Embiid and the 76ers, they're on the road in Boston. Last season, Embiid was limited to just 19 games with a left knee injury. The Celtics will be without Jason Tatum, who is recovering from that torn Achilles. And number 1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg, will make his NBA debut tonight against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. Flagg is the Rookie of the Year favorite, while Wemby is favored to be Defensive Player of the Year. So as I mentioned, Victor Wembanyama, he's back. He's now healthy, Chiney, and he's expected to join the MVP conversation. But what do you think will make a successful season for Wemby and the Spurs?
For them to be in the postseason, not the play-in. They need to be in the playoffs and make some noise. And if they can win the first round, that would be great for them to learn in the foreseeable future. But Christine, I checked. Okay, I asked ChatGPT. Is this a leap year? No, it was 2024. The next one is in 2028. But it has to be a leap year for Victor Wembanyama. He is someone that can be a Defensive Player of the Year. He is someone that can be an MVP. He averaged 24 and 11 last year. He only played around 45, 46 games, obviously before going out with that health scare. This is the year of Victor Wembanyama. I know we always talk about who's the face of the NBA, who's the future face of the NBA. The reality is Victor can do that. He can own that. He can have that lane with his talents on both ends of the floor, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, same. Let's talk about another player that could be the face of the league, the Mavs, who will debut their generational talent, Cooper Flagg, tonight. What impact do you expect to see Flagg make out of the gate?
I know everyone wants to go to the X's and O's, but to me, the first thing that stands out is that competitive mindset. Now, the very controversial thing that took everybody by the storm was the trade of Luka Doncic, obviously. But one thing that they did say, Dallas Mavericks, is they want to build a culture that is accountable on both ends of the floor, and no one is more competitive, especially as a rookie, than Cooper Flagg. I would love to see how that rubs off on his teammates. Secondly, when it comes to the X's and O's, what position will he play? This is a team similar to the Rockets that can have a jumbo, huge lineup. Will he be a point forward? Will he run point guard, which is very difficult to do coming into the association and having that responsibility. But if one person is built for it, it's Cooper Flagg.
Okay, so Flagg touched the ball 92 times during the preseason. That's tied for AD, Anthony Davis, for the most on that Mavs team. So both the Knicks and the Cavs, they finished in the East top 3 last season, but only New York obviously reached the East Finals. Cat is doubtful tonight. What about the Knicks are you paying attention to despite him being doubtful?
Sis, the last thing that I want to do is give the Knicks fans too much hope.
Oh, gosh.
But when healthy, it is possible that they can make the NBA Finals. They absolutely should be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They need that health. But also, you made a huge decision to switch out coaches. Now, what will this team look like offensively is my biggest question mark. And that's what I'm going to be looking for today. Because Jalen Brunson, he is third in the NBA. Last year, he was third in the NBA in total touches. He has the ball a lot. That was too much, probably, right? They need to spread the rock. So I'm curious to see what this new offense looks like under Mike Brown.
You just screamed orange and blue skies, baby. You did. That's what Knicks fans heard.
Did
you
I?
already know that. You already know that. That's what they heard. That's what
it's all red and white skies over here.
We know it. All right, you can catch more Chiney, 3 Eastern on NBA Today. Chiney, great seeing you. Thank you. Tonight's the first full slate of games in the NBA, highlighted by the Knicks hosting the Cavs at 7 Eastern on ESPN. These are the two teams with the shortest odds to win the Eastern Conference, with two of the biggest stars. Can't wait to see Donovan Mitchell versus Jalen Brunson on that MSG floor. Spider's keeping a diary for Andscape, and he talked about the season tip-off.
That's a special night. I mean, obviously, I'm from New York, I'm from their hometown team. They beat us in the playoffs. They got a talented team, and people slate us as the 1 and 2 seeds in the East. What better way than to start the season that way? I'm always going to be personally invested because I'm from there, but I think just from a competitor standpoint, they've made it farther than us, and we're trying to get to where they've gone. We haven't even gotten there yet. We're trying to get to that point. Crazy crowd, opening night. We got to go out there and handle business and set the tone on the season. What's up, y'all? I'm Donovan Mitchell. This is my diary on ESPN Andscape. Episode 1. Let's go. I decided to do this because I feel like you gain your own narrative. A lot of people don't really know me. I don't think they understand who I am. I think they have glimpses of it. I think they have glimpses of me as a person, and then also as the athlete. They know about me. They know little things, but I think this gives you an insight on just who I am. When you lose in such a dramatic fashion, in a situation where you're not expected to lose, you don't expect yourself to lose in general, let alone like that, you take some time to yourself, and then you get the schedule, and then you're like, oh, all right, we're on TV a lot. Okay, cool, we got a Christmas game. Oh, we're in New York to start the season. Like, it gets you fired back up. And not to say you weren't, but it just changes. When did I know? The first date is when I knew. Shout out to Sierra and Russ. They helped out a lot, and it was great. I mean, she knew it was coming. I don't know if she knew it was coming at that moment. I don't think she did, but it was special, special vacation, special trip, and everything worked out, perfectly. Cannot reveal a date, but everything's going great.
I saw Coco Jones at an Equinox in LA, and I almost mentioned something to her about Spida. As we welcome in senior NBA reporter Ryan Windhorst. I know you wanted to know that. So you released an article today on ESPN.com on why it's now or maybe never for the Cavs and the Knicks. Looking at Cleveland, what can you share about their hopes of reaching the NBA mountaintop?
Yeah, and I know they don't necessarily agree with me on that, Christine, because they have a bunch of players in their 20s who are signed to long-term contracts, and they think they've got a long runway. But this is the first year that they are now in the second apron in the NBA, and teams have just not been able to stay in it for very long. And it happens to coincide when there's other teams, including the two teams that beat them in the playoffs the last 2 years, the Celtics and the Pacers, who are missing key players. The Cavs are the favorites to win the East. They are going to be healthy at some point. They're missing a couple of starters early in the season due to injuries they're going to recover from. They are experienced. They've been together as a core four now for 4 seasons. They've got Kenny Atkinson in his second season. Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell were both coming off all NBA years. The table is set for them. There is no more excuses. And the fact for Donovan Mitchell especially, he's been on many really good teams that never made a conference finals. Its time is now for the Cavs to get that done.
Yeah, they were so close last season. We'll see if they're able to do that this season. The Sixers, they're trying to break out of the East themselves. They have been for years. How would you rate Philly's chances of finally getting over that threshold?
I've got a secret to tell you. Don't tell anybody. What if the Sixers ended up being the Eastern Conference contender that had the healthiest team? because that could be the case here in the short term. Joel Embiid is playing tonight. He is not on the injury list. He's going to play in Boston tonight against the Celtics. He has had a really positive training camp. He's in a really good place mentally and physically. Okay, we know the last time he was like this, he was having one of the most prolific seasons, scoring seasons we've ever seen. Paul George is not playing tonight, but he is close behind. We know that there's these teams out there in the East that are banged up, losing stars for the season. The Knicks and Cavs, the two favorites, are starting the season with multiple players on the injury report. Philly could be the team to watch. Now, will they still be healthy in 48 hours or 48 days? You're not getting me to admit that, but this team is entering the season with no expectations, and they should have expectations because if their guys are all out there, they're very, very good.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to knock on wood for that, for Philly fans specifically, to make sure that they stay healthy this season. You can catch more of Wendy at the top of the hour on NBA Today. Wendy, great seeing you. Thank you.
I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.